Hello, this is Tommy in downtown Asheville, North Carolina, and since last week's field trip seemed to be a little popular with you guys, and I was down here doing some stuff this morning, I've decided to come up to a couple of shops that I rarely get to go to here on Lexington, just because of time and just distance. I don't get to these places as much, but since I was already down here, I thought I would stop. One of the places is Voltage Records and the other is Static Age, and they don't open for another little while, so I'm going to go spend some time in the bookstore and walk that way. Now, if you look behind me is the Robert Moog factory, which is a little bit of an icon. So you music folks, that's where they make the Moog synthesizers and things like that. And it's a cool place to visit. They do tours there, and if you're fans of the Moog, that's a great place to stop and visit. But I'm walking up Lexington right now, and gonna wait a little while for Voltage to open. And I may do some footage inside if it's, you know, the problem is they play music and I'm really funny about the copyright stuff. But either way, we'll let you know what I find, if I find anything. And I might even hit Harvest before I get out of town. So just stay tuned, and next stop will be Voltage. All right, back there on the corner, right there, that is Voltage Records, a really cool shop. It's just right around the corner from Static Age. I mean, not even quite a block. And they're going to open here shortly. There's a bookstore up here I'm going to just go chill out at for a few minutes while I wait for them to open up. I know he's in there because I heard the music playing when I walked by just a little while earlier. And, you know, some guys were complaining about filming inside. I may, if I ask if I can get a shot of inside the store, because I know you guys like to see inside of there. But to give you an idea of what I'm looking at, there's Voltage behind me on the corner of Lexington and Hiawassee, and then Static Age is just right down there. So there you go. Okay, if you look behind me, you can see that's Static Age Records, the door there with the Tina Turner logo. I think they're supposed to open at 11, but sometimes they can be a little wishy-washy when they open. I'm going to try to hit them today because they're only a block away from Voltage. But either way, we'll see what we can find. But that is Static Age Records on Lexington in Asheville, North Carolina. So those other two places were a bust. I couldn't find anything in either one. There were quite a few people, so I felt funny about filming. So I'm down here at one of my favorite places, Harvest Records, in sort of West Asheville. So I'm going to go in there and see what I can find, and maybe I usually find a gem or two when I'm in there, so wish me luck. Okay, so I wanted to wait a day or two before I finish this video off, because I kind of wanted to show what I got, which wasn't a whole lot, and it really wasn't worth the whole video. So all my hopes that began that morning when I started filming or videoing didn't quite pan out. But I did get a couple things from Harvest, and I wanted to show that to you. I got the Small Faces, greatest hits here. Love the Small Faces, and Ronnie Lane, and of course Kenny, and Steven, and Sir Steve, and... But this is I believe this is a early 80s. This is a compilation that came out in the late 70s. This is an import copy. It does have the NIMS logo at the top. But I played it. It sounds pretty good. Good, nice copy of that. And also picked up a copy of the American Breed, Bend Me, Shape Me. But this also is an English copy from England on the Dot Paramount label. And really cool. It's even got the, you know, the back like that for the British pressing. But like I said, I wanted to make the video worthwhile, so I got a box today in the mail from eBay. A couple of things that I ordered, and I figured I would go ahead and just show these to you guys as well while I was showing those releases. And, you know, while I'm saying that, this in no way is a reflection on those stores that I went to Saturday. Because the thing is, I mean, you know, like most of you know, record shopping is hit or miss. You don't know what you're going to find. And there were some great things in all the places I went, or in both places I went. It's also a matter of money, you know, and just spending things. Voltage did have some records that would have been really nice to have. I just couldn't justify buying them or spending the money, and so that's why I passed. But if you're in Asheville and you're record hunting, it's definitely worth going to. Now, the eBay records I got were some cheapo Christian rock albums that I was able to get from one particular seller. This is Randy Stonehill. Welcome to Paradise. Like I said, really cool pop rock Christian artist from the 70s, or what they call the Jesus music. Of course, Randy's really a fun guy. Got a great sense of humor. It's his own Larry Rock's solid rock label from that period. And the record is in really, really nice shape. The seller advertised the record as near mint, and I really could probably agree. The only thing about these records, they have these stickers that were put on there, and I don't know if they came out of a collection where it was a DJ. I might try to peel these off. The jackets, they're so-so, but like I've heard before, you don't spin the jacket, so the records look great. So another one was Phil Keaggy. This is Town to Town. This is one of his early '80s efforts. Not one of his best records, but again, just a really, really nice shape. The vinyl itself looks near perfect. So to grab these, and like I said, they were really cheap, not a big price. Another one was Underground, the Private Collection, Volume 1, 1983. And as you can tell, it's got these stickers right here, and even this one has on the tracks. There's stickers. I'm sure whoever had these knew exactly what that meant. But this was an interesting Phil Keaggy recording, because this was recorded in his home studio down in his basement in Kansas. And the really sad thing, I'm going to tell a story a little bit behind this one, is that again, the vinyl is just beautiful. I actually had this several years back, and it was autographed by Phil, and it ended up missing. So I don't want to get into more detail than that, but anyway, I just don't have it anymore. And finally, probably Phil Keaggy's one of his best-known albums. This is an instrumental album called The Master and the Musician. It came out in 1978. And an album, Phil Keaggy, if you don't know, primarily well-known as a guitarist. And this was a groundbreaking record for Christian music, but just as a fan of guitar playing, this is definitely an album that's worth checking out. So Phil Keaggy's Master and the Musician. But just some new stuff and some new pickups. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's TommyBurton75. Please check out my other channel, Daily Records. I do a daily record every day, or a different album every day, and do a small review and overview of the album and the history of the album. And I've put a new video up every day this year, so there's several of them for you to go back and enjoy. And I appreciate everyone that takes time to watch and comment. It really means a lot. I love interacting with you guys. And thanks again, and we'll see you guys next time.